attended our Christmas party that we had right here in this hall on the 24th of December, Christmas Eve. And he was here and he was mentioning that he was going to try to raise a few bucks for us. And of course I said, yeah. But anyway, he has produced, and that's why he's here. So without further ado, I'd like to pass it over to Rod to let him say a few words.
Thank you, Nisei. I appreciate the introduction, and I was best friends with Keith Tokita from kindergarten on up, and I miss him. He's down in California, but we stay in close touch. The Tokita family to me was a second family. Hatsune taught me to use chopsticks. I'm still not very good at it, but in second grade she gave it her best shot, and she makes the best tonkatsu. Sorry if anyone makes it here. It's very good. I serve on the King County Council, and last year the voters renewed countywide the Veterans, Seniors, and Human Services Levy. And we put in there a special fund for veterans support organizations to give direct grants. And I have long known of the Nisei veteran story. My dad kept a World War II scrapbook, and I got curious about that as a young person, and in there were ads in the Oregon area, Salem, Oregon, by Japanese launderers. I'm an American too, being sent away. And I asked my dad about that, and he taught me about the injustice of internment, and also talked to me about the 442nd and the Nisei veterans and the incredible heroic story that's there. In fact, today is February 1st. I don't know if you know this, Walt. It's a special day. February 1st is the anniversary of the commissioning of the 442nd, when it was activated for the first time. So it's a special day to be here. We put some money in the Veterans Levy. It's $2,500, not a lot, but it's for socialization and for whatever the vets want to do. And I thought that the Nisei vets, given your history and your dedication to this community, was appropriate. So I'm really pleased to be able to present it to you. And I think traditionally, you didn't ask for very much. And you didn't ask for this. It's the least that we can do, very least that we can do as a county government, to give a little support back. So I want to read, if I can, just a little thing here up from the Tokita family. Many of you may know this book, Signs of Home, about Yuzo's father, Kamakichi, an incredible artist, but he kept a diary shortly after Pearl Harbor. And I just want to read a little bit of the entry from February 1st, 1942. Okay, today, because this guy gets mentioned. Kamakichi talks about the notices that have been posted, and he was the proprietor of the Cadillac Hotel, where you were born, right? Right over here at the Cadillac Hotel, which they lost because of the internment. And he talks about having to go down and register in the next coming days. But then he turns to something a little bit brighter, his kids, and goes through them. And he talks about all of them. But he says about this, our fourth one, Yuzo, has expanded his vocabulary and is capable of expressing himself fairly freely. So he's still doing that today. It's a pleasure to be with you. Thank you for all you do for our community, and I hope you enjoy the dollars.